welcome back to World Crisis Radio. Webster Tarpley in Washington, D.C. Now, let's start off this segment with two interesting notes. The first is we have a study published by Politico. This is a poll conducted by CNN Opinion Research in late July, and the finding is that concerning whether Obama was born in the United States, we have a total of 27% of the U.S. population believe that Obama was probably or definitely born in another country. 27% of the population as a whole think that Obama is foreign born, but among Republicans, this rises to 41%. 41% of Republicans think Obama's foreign born, and we have among independents, 19% think Obama foreign born, and 15% of Democrats. So the question, therefore, is, with all of that damage being done, if Obama has a valid birth certificate, why doesn't he produce it? That's part one. Then we have the Globe, this wonderful publication, and I'm referring to the issue dated August 23rd. Globe, Obama's secret life exposed, birthplace cover-up. Obama's Social Security card is a scam, and the basis of this is they've gotten what seems to be Obama's Social Security number, not the whole thing, but the first three digits. And we're told that it starts with 042, and 042 indicates that the card was issued to somebody living in Connecticut. And the basis, therefore, of the story is that Obama has never talked, even in his relatively detailed memoirs and autobiographies and other narcissistic writings, he's never told us about living in Connecticut. So why does he have a Social Security card indicating Connecticut? So to get some answers and some commentary on what to do about this, we're going to go to Philadelphia, and our friend Phil Berg, who is, I guess, fixing to come here to Washington next weekend. Welcome, Phil.
My pleasure. I plan to come there next week to be at the Glenn Beck rally for the purpose of handing out literature to people there with volunteers of where our rally march is going to be and the time. So I will have it nailed down by next week. I apologize for the delays, but there's been some internal problems with that. But I will be there, and it's interesting the numbers you relate right now. And I just put out, and I'm receiving calls, I just put out my latest press release dealing with the issue of the mosque. I said, why is anyone surprised that Obama has spoken out for the mosque? Obama is a Muslim. I mean, wake up, America. On our website, which is obamacrimes.com, we have a copy of his school record from Indonesia, where his name is Barry Soturo, where his nationality is Indonesia, and his religion is Islam, which is Muslim. I mean, this guy, Obama, is an imposter, a fraud, a phony, the biggest hoax against the United States of America, excuse me, in over 234 years. And we must do something to stop him. Unfortunately, when you mention these numbers, Webster, the real problem is that the majority of the people in this country, I really believe, still do not know about this issue. And when the majority knows about it, I don't care what they are, Republicans, Independents, Democrats, the overwhelming numbers will be either Obama, show us you're constitutionally qualified, or you're out of here. And that's significant because so many of you out there are disgusted with Obama, on Obamacare, on the increase in taxes, which have and will about to kick in further, about the Gulf of Mexico, about trade, the cap and trade. So many things he's doing which are detrimental to the citizens of this country. And all of these issues fall under the one that I am doing for the 305 million people in this country, and that is Obama is not constitutionally qualified to be president. Therefore, if we can remove him, and we can, by we the people standing together, everything he has done, bill appointments, whatever law he has signed, it's voidable and they become void. So wake up, America. Stop I know vacations are coming to an end. You're getting ready to take your kids back to school. People are ready to go back to school. But you got to take a few minutes of your time and realize that the nice things we have in this country are soon going down the drain with Obama. And we can stop it. The Constitution starts, we the people. Wake up, America. Join with me. Join with the many others who have. Go to my website after the show's over, ObamaCrimes.com. Send it out to everyone in your address book and ask them to send it on to everyone theirs and on and on. And in one, if people really did that, in one weekend we can get to millions of people because of the Internet.
So let me ask you now, you're going to this rally, but you have not been invited by Glenn Beck, right?
That's correct. Some people are thinking, oh, what are you doing with Glenn Beck? No, I'm not invited. Remember, Glenn Beck put me on his blackboard. Glenn Beck does not think much of me. I'm going there because I believe the people that are going there, it's strange with Glenn Beck. Glenn Beck, 90% believes that Obama's no good. But then he goes off and he won't discuss the birth certificate issue, which makes no sense. Right. But I think that's pressure from on top. Even though he has a lot of latitude, I think the top has said, don't discuss the birth certificate issue.
Well, I would point to the fantastic, in other words, when you look at historical analysis coming from Glenn Beck, it would be hard to come up with a more discredited, confused, lying, distorted view of American history. But I just wanted to make the point that you're there really you're there to try to appeal to Glenn Beck's base and get them to do something serious. The question that I would bring up on Obama Muslim, I don't know whether he's a Muslim or not. I think he's a political opportunist. I would say his religion is he worships power and leave it at that. But in terms of this the mosque issue, we've now learned this week that the imam, that this guy Faisal Rauf, who's the key figure in this, he's viewed by some people as a Muslim cleric. I would view him as what we now know him to be, an FBI informant, an FBI provocateur, if you will, who's doing this in order to produce the result that you see. He may not know this, right? He's also somebody who worked for the Bush administration. He works for the U.S. State Department. Everything about this guy says he's a U.S. government agent and not somebody acting as a Muslim cleric. And I would stress that side of it. And I would say that Obama's response to this shows lots of things, but it also shows a tremendous political stupidity that he would come out and get involved in this thing.
Oh, absolutely. And regarding the press release I just put out, I already received a phone call from one of my supporters who said the real issue is if Obama is a Christian, ask for his baptism records because he would have had to have been baptized, and those records would be available. And if he can't produce those, he's a Muslim. His mother was never baptized until after she died. They did it, but that's not even correct, as I understand, in the whole realm of things. So there's so many. Everything about Obama and his family is questionable. But the big fact is he's a fraud. He's a phony. We have to get him out of there because he's sending this country down the drain. He's for the New World Order. He wants the United States to be part of Canada and New Mexico. That's not what you and I and our grandparents have worked hard, our parents and grandparents have done, and our children and our grandchildren to have a great nation here. We have a wonderful nation here. We have wonderful freedoms here derived from the Constitution, the Declaration of Independence, and the Bill of Rights. Let us not let these rights go away. And that's what Obama is really attempting to do. And again, the comparison, which I brought up before, is the fact that Arnold Schwarzenegger, for 10, 15 years, people have talked to him about running for president, and he has constantly said, amend the Constitution, because he's from Austria. Obama is walking all over the Constitution. We can't have it. We can't tolerate it. I need everyone's support out there. Please go to ObamaCrimes.com. Send it on. If you can make a contribution to us so we can advertise this, please do. And I thank you.
Okay, Phil. We'll see you next week, and we'll good luck next Saturday on the edges of that Glenn Beck Sarah Palin rally. I hope you open the eyes of people who are being duped by Beck and Palin. And
I will try.
Be back in a minute.